Okay. Speaking of which, we don't want to talk about this now. I would love to talk to you about the religious services team. Some of my thoughts. I know I'm on the team, but I want to talk to you. That I'm not sure we'll get implemented next year. I might not be on the team next year. I would like your opinion to see if you concur with me or not. Because I know John doesn't happen unless somebody else on the team wants it. And then he'd be okay with it. It's not like he can. I think we need outside speakers. But like even other pastors. I think it's the finding of I understand that's
yeah, just sit. Fine, while Libby should be coming up.
You can sit next to us.
Sit over here by Doug and right in the front. You can get off the pulpit now. Sit in the front with the chair. Well, then go wait for them.
We could even tap into the memorial fund. There, that's allowed for speakers.
Endowments also allowed for special speakers, isn't it?
Maybe. I don't know. But I think there'd be a slush fund for speakers. I think we should have at least one every other month. And like I was thinking the other day, this, I don't know what is it, whatever the Jewish holiday is for atonement. I was thinking that might come and talk, or this the current thing. And I think they need to be maybe ministers, not just. I mean, outside speakers are okay, but people with a religious.
I was debating on trying to get some
Should I go with people?
Still got a minute.
Let's give it a minute.
Give it a minute.
Sarah's there she is.
I feel better now.
Hello.
I don't know if she has money. She's
Okay, go ahead and go.
Should I go?
Go ahead. They got naturally quiet.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Lori McCullum, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees. Welcome to our service. Unitarian Universalism encourages an open-ended search for meaning in life and a commitment to asking our values to shape our actions. We are a pluralistic religion that draws wisdom from many sources. We welcome all people into our beloved community of whatever age, race, class, ethnicity, physical ability, sexual orientation, gender identity, or religious background. We welcome especially those worshiping with us for the first time. Guests are welcome to participate in any activities in our community. Welcome team members are wearing green name badges and are ready to answer any questions you may have if you are a visitor or new to this congregation. Pastoral care team members are wearing yellow name badges and are able to talk with you if you have life transitions or need assistance. We invite everyone to join us downstairs after service for coffee and snacks so that we can get to know each other better. Thank you for being with us today.
Good morning. I am wearing several different hats this morning, so I'm going to take John DeGreave's lead and do some turns as I put on different hats. So welcome. I just want to mention, if you are interested or want more information, there is some information in the newsletter about our Mid-America Regional Assembly, which formerly was Prairie Star District Assembly. That will be taking place Friday, April 19th and Saturday, April 20th. It is, for the first time, a multi-platform event, but it will be taking place in person in Madison at the First Unitarian Society of Madison. It is a gathering of UUs from across the Midwest region. There are workshops, there are keynote speakers. If you are interested in further information or interested in perhaps thinking about going, you could talk to me, you could talk to John DeGrieve, you could talk to Nicole, but let us know if you are interested and we can give you some more information, also in the newsletter from last week. Okay, the next hat. As co-chair of the pledge drive this year, I have some more good news. As you can see, we've got another color up there. It's a little smaller, but that's okay. We are, as of this week, at $119,365.92. So we are inching our way up. I received another one this morning. It is not in that total, so we know it will go up again. So if you have not yet filled out your affirmation form, submitted your pledge, which is on that affirmation form, we would ask you to please consider doing that as soon as possible. The pledge drive will run officially through April 7th, and anything after that, of course, is welcome. But see me, Alice Martin, Gale, Elaine Cressy, several of us have information about how to fill out that affirmation form. So congratulations to us. We're still getting there. I hope we can be excited about getting to the top. Thank you.
Thank you, Gates. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Gale Springer, and no, I'm not related to Jerry Springer. I do have a baby brother named Jerry, but it's not that Jerry Springer. Anyway, I am a member here at this Unitarian Universalist Church. I am on the stewardship team, the religious education team, the religious service team, and I'm also the leader of the Earth-Based Traditions team. I have a few hats, and I love every single one of them. Before I get into my opening words, John DeGreve does this a lot, and he hasn't done it since February, so I'm going to do it. I got his blessing. Does anybody have a birthday this month? I know Taryn just had a birthday yesterday. Does anybody have a birthday? Mindy? Mindy is the 21st? 22nd? 3rd? Marcy? The 8th? The 7th? Does anybody have a birthday next month in April? All right, let's start on the 9th? 15th. That's a great day to have a birthday. It's my sister's birthday. Oh, up there. The 1st. The 1st. That explains a lot, Mike. Yes, ma'am. The 30th. The 2nd. Okay, 28th. Anybody else? The 8th. Did I get everybody? All right, so to you we sing Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear everybody. Happy birthday to you. Thanks, John, for letting me do that. My opening words this morning come from Deborah Kazuntis, who is also a member of the Earth-Based Traditions team. Hail and welcome, goddesses of spring. We welcome your blessings, Astara, Persephone, and Flora, blooming and blossoming once more. From the soil, in the trees, in the flowers, in the rain. We are grateful for your presence and your blessings. The death sleep of winter has slowly faded. The rigor of the ground loosens and the earth is once more reborn. Life returns to the land, springing up as the snow melts away. The soil warms and the days grow longer. Dew forms along the new sprouts of grass, bringing life back. Awaken, awaken, awaken. Let the earth come back to life. Welcome, spring. And now if you will join me in the lighting of our chalice, the words should be up on the, in your order of service and up on the screen. As the first hint of green begins to peek through the barren ground, as that little sprig grows into a healthy stem, as that stem grows into a stalk and forms a bud, as that bud slowly opens with each new day to form a yellow daffodil, let us be like that first hint of green, renewed by the warmth of the sun's rays, and ready to emerge with a new energy, ready to face the day. We light this chalice to bring a glimmer of that warmth into our space. And now if you'll please rise in body and or spirit for our opening song, number 1000 in the Teal hymnal, Morning Has Come. And now let's take a few minutes to greet each other with a warm smile and a hug. I know. I love that portion of the service too, even though I'm pretty introverted, but I love all of you guys because you are my chosen community. All right, so now we have a special message for all ages with Sarah Martin. And if the kids would like to come down, we have a great story for you today. The young at heart, if you want to come down too, come on down. Sorry, can you get up on the mic?
Except it's in the middle. So the solstices are on the side. So this would be the summer solstice. This would be the winter solstice. And then the equinox are on the other side. So this is the, what do you think, Glenn? Branch of the tree, what's happening on the leaves? Are there a lot of leaves? Why? Because they're just budding out. So what season is it? Spring. Yeah, so this side is spring. And then what's happening over here? The leaves are falling. So what season is it over there? Fall. So the equinoxes are on the spring and the fall. And the solstices are the summer and the winter. So last week the kids helped, they got to make little leaves on the trees. And they told me which season they wanted to do. And then they picked a color and they got to put some leaves on. And we also talked about how it spins. So it's like the wheel of the year and how it spins. And so this is an evolving project. I'm going to make an arrow that we can move around and put in
Here's my thing.
I brought my bunny last week for Ostara, but my bunny didn't want to come stay all day. So I'm going to share a story. It's a pagan story, very old. I don't know where it originated, but a friend told it a long time ago, so I like to share it. So once upon a time, in a land far away, there was a rabbit. And all the creatures in the forest were getting their presents ready for the goddess as she was coming back for the spring. And everybody had these elaborate gifts, and the bunny didn't really have anything to give. So he was looking around in the forest, and he found an egg. So he went home, and he decorated the egg, and he put on some bows, and he was in line to give it to the goddess. How do you think he was feeling, Stella? Nervous. Yeah, he didn't know how the goddess was going to like it, and everyone else had these nice gifts, and he was like, oh, how's this going to go? And so he just put on his brave face, and he stood in line, and he got up to the goddess, and he said, I hope you like this. This is all I have. And what do you think happened? She liked it. She said, oh, this is the best gift I could get. It's really because it's all you have and it's right from your heart. I thank you so much. And then what do you think happened? She gave him a hug. The end. Wait. How do you think he was feeling after that? Happy. That's right. Yeah. All right, so we're going to go downstairs and talk about signs of spring that we're seeing.
Before you go downstairs.
Yep, and Olivia helped remind me. Tomorrow there's going to be, or next week on Sunday, there's going to be an egg hunt. So bring your own Easter baskets.
One more thing. There's a basket of eggs down here on the pulpit. I would love for the children to hand out an egg to all of the adults upstairs, including Gates. So if you guys can work together and hand out an egg to everybody, that would be
So
great.
pick some eggs.
And I'll tell
go
you guys
hand
what to
out,
do with them.
And then come back. Start on one side.
Never mind. Just go ahead. Are you sure? I can wait. Just before you start, let me have them. Okay. No, but Anne needs one. I need an egg. Everybody get an egg? Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and sing the children out. before I let Anne do the joys and sorrows, everybody got an egg. What I would like you to do is go ahead and open your egg. There's a word in your egg for you to contemplate on while we do our joys and sorrows. And just so you know, when I was writing these words out, I was thinking of everybody here in the congregation. And then I'll explain more about the words in a little bit.
Again, good morning. Different hat this time. I am Ann Harrington, a member of the Pastoral Care Associates Ministry team. As we gather today, we pause to reflect on what lies in our hearts. In this time of sharing, we take a moment to recognize those personal joys and sorrows and to read from the book those personal life events you have chosen to share with us. We have several this morning. From Lori McCullum, a sorrow. Please send healing thoughts to Mac McDonald, who again has COVID. And from Marcy Doyle, send comfort to family of young man who drowned in Puerto Rico on spring break. He is the son of Reverend Santino Poor, pastor of Hope UCC in Moline. And from Alice Traylor and Karen Crouch, a joy. Thanks to all who helped make Thursday's community meal a success. Are there any online? Thank you. For what has been shared and for what remains in the quiet sanctuary of our hearts, we are grateful. Let us become aware of the energy that brings us together in beloved community as we share a time of silent meditation. May we open our minds and hearts to a place of quiet, to a silent prayer for the healing of pain and the comfort of love. You are invited to come forward and light a candle during the musical meditation.
This congregation is a theologically diverse religious community with membership open to all who accord with our principles, mission, and vision. Our congregation is entirely self-governed by the democratic process. One of the privileges of our free church tradition is to provide all of the financial support for our many ministries from among ourselves. Generosity, therefore, is one of the spiritual values we recognize as central to our personal and to our institutional well-being. We are sharing the undesignated plate offering this month with Tapestry Farms. We invite you now to participate in the blessing of giving as the ushers come among you to accept the gifts from this congregation. Also, my only son, Ethan, I was going to say my younger son, but he's my only son. He will be gathering your empty eggs. So if you want to go ahead and hand him those, that way you don't have to worry about them. So please be as generous as you can. Oh, I missed. Oh, denied. I was never a basketball player, sorry. Yeah, well, I figured he'd grab it anyway. Thank you for indulging me on our funness this morning, because spring is about fun. It's about blossoming, it's about growing, it's about seeing and doing different things. And as Sarah said, the wheel of the year has once again turned. We're officially in spring, despite that lovely snow we got on Friday and the overcast skies, but we need that. This turning of the wheel, it's created, of course, by the Earth's annual orbit around the sun. Solstices are the extreme points as the Earth tilts towards or away from the sun, when the days and the nights are the longest and the shortest. The spring equinox, of course, occurs every year on March 20th, 21st, or 22nd. It's the end of winter, the beginning of spring. Biologically and culturally, it represents, for the northern climates, the end of a dead season and the rebirth of life. As it is also important in fertility and reproduction. Of course, you see all the animals going crazy right now. The pagan communities celebrate the symbols of spring, like Sarah said about the rabbit and the eggs. Rabbits and hares symbolize fertility due to their legendary ability to reproduce exponentially. But eggs too represent fertility and life. However, beyond fertility, eggs signify luck. Imagine being back in years and years and years and years ago, and after enduring a cold, hard winter, you find this beautiful golden centered egg. Golden center, symbol of the sun. How amazing would that have been to have an egg again after months and months of no eggs? Chickens don't like to produce when it's cold and dark outside. So in those ancient times, as societies moved from that cold and barrenness of a winter into spring, they were welcoming that new growth, the migratory animals returning, the growing season beginning again. And long before we could go out and just buy whatever we wanted, because it could be flown in from wherever, this change of the season was indeed a time to celebrate and prepare for the upcoming planting season. Yes, dear. They need that for downstairs. So let's take a look at a couple reasons why the spring equinox has so much historical significance. A lot of this we already know, but do we think about it on a day-to-day basis? No, I don't. I don't even think about it typically when the seasons change, unless I have to. I take it all for granted. So agriculturally, as stated, it marks the beginning of the planting season. It is a guide for when our farmers can plant their crops to make sure they have a successful harvest. Culturally, the spring equinox has been celebrated with festivals and rituals in many cultures throughout history. There's the festival of the colors, where people get together and they throw bags of colors at each other and have a great time. Religiously, the spring equinox is celebrated as a time of rebirth and renewal in many of our religious traditions. For example, it's associated with the resurrection of Jesus Christ in Christianity, which is on the first Sunday after the first full moon after the spring equinox. It's also associated with the festival of Passover in Judaism. And astronomically, as I've stated a couple times, the spring equinox marks that moment when the tilt of the Earth's axis is neither tilted towards or away from the sun, resulting in those equal amounts of daylight and darkness. This astronomical event has been observed and studied by astronomers and scientists for thousands upon thousands of years and has helped to advance our understanding of the solar system and the universe. So I once heard a saying, don't remember where I heard it, but it stuck with me. Spring is the alchemy of sacred secrets and Earth's mysteries combined with decisiveness and courage. Let's say that again. Spring is the alchemy of sacred secrets and Earth's mysteries combined with decisiveness and courage. To me, the Earth shows us all the time what this means. The alchemy of the Earth warming and the first plants of spring breaking through the Earth. Its decisiveness and predictability in its yearly circle around the sun. It allows us the courage to believe that the cold, hard winter is done and we will be able to plant our own seeds again. Not just physical seeds in the ground, but our personal seeds. I always take a moment to notice sources of life, pops of color around me, like our magnolia tree out front. Did anybody notice this morning? It's getting its beautiful pink leaves for the flowers. That's my favorite tree in the whole world that flowers. I have a lot of favorite trees. I'm a tree hugger. As most of you know, I love trees. There's also daffodils blooming all over the place. I have some blooming in my yard, crocus. But what plancestors are blooming in the spaces that have meaningful connections to you? So these eggs I gave you earlier, or I didn't give you, the children gave them to you. I took time over the past 3 weeks, and I thought about specific people in this congregation. I thought about people I don't know in this congregation. I thought about things I want to see in this congregation and things that I believe in for this congregation when I wrote all of those words. I asked you to think on it for a few minutes during our joys and sorrows. This is something I do at every changing of every season. I have a jar at home with words. And every year I add new words, and I shake it up, and every time a challenge comes in my life, I add a new word and I shake it up. And I shake it up because I don't want to know when I'm going to get that word. But I want to know that I'm going to be able to look at that word and think on it and plant my seed for what I want to have happen. I schedule pockets of time to visualize and create on this word. The word I got today was winner. Lately, I have not felt like a winner in my personal life, my professional life. I felt like a loser. So it's very important that I got that word today to remind me I did a great job raising my kids. I did it alone. I did it with the help of this community. I did it with the help of fantastic teachers, phenomenal teachers. I planted those seeds, and they've grown. At work, I've been struggling with a lot of things. I've been given some new responsibilities, no extra pay. And I'm accepting that because I know that in the future, it means more for me. I've accepted more responsibilities here at this church. Responsibilities that I wasn't sure I wanted. Responsibilities that overwhelm me sometimes. But what do I want for this church? What do I want to give to this church? What do I want to give to myself? What do you want to give to yourself? The word you got today, you can share with whoever you want to share. You can keep it to yourself. But think of all of the different meanings that that word means to you, good and bad. I'm a pros and cons list maker. Usually the cons outweigh the pros because a lot of times I can look a little more negative than I can positive, but then I stop and I reflect and I look at my seeds around me. I look at what the spring or the summer or the fall or the winter has brought me. I look at what the earth is giving me. And I grow. And I take that word and I munch it up and I think about it and I pro and con it and I do everything with it. And when I'm done with that word and I'm ready for a new one, I burn that word. Literally. I literally burn that word. Because I want to allow that word to go back up and be shared with the universe, be shared with you, be shared with my kids, be shared with my coworkers, be in my heart. We are transforming. The earth is transforming. It's going from a cold, snowy, hard, frigid, your nose hairs freeze when you step outside day to, okay, so today's a little gloomy. I was hoping it would be sunny. It was beautiful yesterday. It's going back to the beauty. And we do this year after year after year. Just like this church transforms year after year after year. We're about to lose our part-time minister. We're looking for another part-time minister. What kind of seeds are we planting to make this happen? Where are we looking for those pops of color that are blooming around us? Our transition, any transition, whether it be natural, inevitable, any kind of change, like the earth tilting on its axis, it's meaningful in your life. Like a birth of a new baby, the death of a loved one, a change in your career. These are chances for growth and renewal, both spiritually and physically. Spring is the alchemy of sacred secrets and earth's mysteries, combined with decisiveness and courage. What does that mean to you? And is it just spring? It could be any one of the seasons. Spring can be intertwined with almost any word that you want it to be intertwined with. But I challenge you to figure out what's in store for your spring this year. What kind of courage and decisiveness do we need here in this community and in our own personal lives? Remember, nature doesn't need to be told to do anything. It's just born again, instinctively and in community. Let us be a community that is born again for all that pass through these doors. Let us see the pops of color in every single person that is here. Let us encourage and have meaningful connections and prepare for the new and upcoming planting season that is heading our way. I really feel like I'm on a soapbox, and I don't mean to, but I care about this place so very much. And I care about you, my chosen family. I have chosen you to be my community, my family, my spring. And you have chosen me to be yours. You allow me the privilege and honor of standing up here and talking to you. You have given me the courage and the decisiveness to be a better person for this community. Prepare for your upcoming planting season. May it be so, and blessed be. Please stand if you're willing and are able for our closing song, number 163, for the earth forever turning.
Should I play this one song?
Please. You can be seated. Let's go ahead and extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame. Until we are together again. May you leave this time together changed. May the promises you have made for yourself about who you want to be feel closer to the reality of who you are right now. May you share that feeling of transformation wherever you go. May it spread into every word, deed, thought, and interaction until we are all changed, transformed, and transforming together, becoming our better selves. And for those of you who know this, please say it with me. In my pagan world, we say this before we leave. Merry meet, merry part, merry meet again. Thank you. Oh, now our UU singers are going to sing for us.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Gotta say, it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, long, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like this since been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Gotta say, it's alright. Little darling, the smile's returning to the faces. Thank